Hey guys, it's John.
And Kimmy.
And we're back with Danganronpa Part 18.
Woo!
Something gonna happen this episode?
Probably. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, we get it, it's morning.
It's a beyond of all day.
I need to do something about Sakura. I'd better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Alright.
So how many days have we been here?
Ooh-ah! Huh? Was that someone screaming? Yeah, I don't know how many days we've been here.
Ooh.
Just the W doesn't need to be there.
I just think it's funny.
I think it came from the dining hall.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I just imagine him just like...
Makoto! We got a big problem, man!
Oh dear.
What's wrong? Look! Hiro's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
What?
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
What?
You gotta be kidding.
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina, just all of a sudden, they were yelling, and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze?
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. Look at my shapely collarbone. Yeah, doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else.
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting! And cutting and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long.
Okay, then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing.
I'll give that to her.
Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away.
Jeez Louise.
Right? By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry. Thank you.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Yeah, it really was just a scratch.
But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know.
Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir.
So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile.
All right.
Hey, Hina, what the heck happened?
We just got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle.
React. Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura.
But at first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
What the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking.
It can be,
And
all right.
When things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry. It's my own fault. But I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know?
Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura!
You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Oh, damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you?
What is this? Ah!
I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
Oh, no forgiveness.
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this. Oh.
Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this.
Why?
She is so scary.
Somebody save me! Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on?
Hey,
Oh. What's going on? What's all this noise about?
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hero's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gather something happened.
Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything, I'm drawing a line, right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Right here. Right now. Oh, wait, Sakura!
Great reference.
Thank you.
Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were...
Hey, Kyoko.
Hey, so... Are we okay? Let's leave!
This is me being Kyoko.
There's no point in going somewhere else right now. Okay, well, let's talk to Kyoko then. Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore.
React! Then, do you forgive me about not being able to talk about it?
You should not be
In other
asking if she
words-
forgives you.
I know.
God, this makes me mad. You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right?
Yeah.
To think like that,
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you,
What?
because
ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Bullshit, mama. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted.
Huh?
Really?
anyway,
Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mistress Kyoko.
That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else.
React! What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Are we gonna be attacked again?
And,
For all,
remember
like-
last time this happened?
Yeah, and she's all mad. It's like, you don't trust me, do you? Well, you did send me somewhere and I got attacked and you figured that would happen. So maybe I don't trust you that much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out.
I guess, but
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going?
with her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace.
Oh,
Ah, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her.
she and I would not be friends. She's
Probably
gonna-
not, because you're very bubbly and friendly, and she's neither of those things at all. It's
The
like the
exact opposite.
antithesis, yeah. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her, and eventually we arrived.
In silence, I
bathroom.
chased her. That's a great line.
Yeah. The dressing room. So the something else you mentioned,
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with alter ego.
but you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter ego wants to ask us something?
So if alter ego asked her to bring just someone else arbitrarily, like didn't say bring this exact person to alter ego, it's interesting that she chose us. I mean, I don't see who else she'd bring, to be honest, but...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, who's she gonna bring? Byakuya?
Right?
Toko?
True.
Hina and Sakura are a little busy.
And Hiro.
That's all we got. Oh yeah, Hiro. And then that's everybody, so.
Yeah, so... hello. So, is it just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto?
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard.
Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty.
But what is it he wanted to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we?
Kyoko typed in the question.
What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so... I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied,
Why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work? I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
"Aw,
That's right.
Alter ego. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school,
That's right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network.
but if you did that, that's basically suicide."
Is it though?
I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna
If it-
do my best.
Sweet baby. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
I couldn't help but get lost in that voice.
Oh, thank you.
It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah,
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend.
friend.
Friend. Oh, bless you. Suicide Jack! Suicide John! Or-
Yeah, yeah.
Why do I say suicide?
Genocide.
Genocide.
Genocide John.
Suicide would be a different character.
That would be a different character.
Ugh.
There's no question. Right. Kyoko.
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind will really notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network.
But...
Hey,
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice.
Oh, it's not what you're thinking, because when we went there last time, it seemed like we were noticed.
Yeah, quite a bit.
One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there are no surveillance cameras.
A room without a surveillance camera. Oh, quiz time. It's the AV room, right?
Naturally.
The music room.
Yeah.
That's it, the secret room you told me about. Oh, I also went there. I wasn't just told about it.
Yeah.
I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. We were attacked in there! Oh my god. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room.
I'm sure they'll bring it up at some point. Seems odd that they haven't gotten to it yet, though.
Yeah. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues.
Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then. I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? Okay.
We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket.
It tickles.
Are you gonna read the line, Kimmy?
Well, whenever he laughed, I expected him to finish it automatically, but then also, like,
Yeah, 'cause
he
as soon as
wouldn't
they do
feel
that-
anything. It would just feel like his laptop's
I think it's
closed.
a joke.
Yeah.
Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay?
Understood. Your command has been implemented.
Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers.
So there might be a network cable in there?
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. I don't like this plan.
Yeah,
I mean-
we're gonna get mugged.
I agree that they need to get Alter Ego connected to the network. I think that, like, I was thinking that when we played this last,
Yeah,
but
if there is a network to connect to.
I'm just not really trusting Kyoko all that much right now. I
Really?
want to. After her petty business?
Have you reached that certain age?
My obsession!
What are you doing?
Living!
I see.
Anyway, I'm headed back to my room. I'll just be there living. Totally calm. Girl.
It's these side interactions that really make the game, you know?
I really
really
enjoy
great to
Genocide
experience.
Jill.
She is fun, yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. See, it's stuff like this that makes me go, Kyoko, what's up your butt right now? Why are you being weird? I wouldn't actually say that to her. That's kind of weird. I don't know why I chose to say that. Go and check again.
What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here.
Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. So she's doing that for the cameras.
Yeah, she's doing that for the cameras.
So then she's talking about... She's leading them right to the secret room.
Well, we're assuming that they already know about the secret room. Because who else would have cleared this out and knocked out Makoto?
It just feels weird.
Because if it's the spy, they already have reported to the mastermind.
Right.
If it's the mastermind, well.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's no one else who would be motivated to do that.
Right.
Every other person in the game would be like, what is all this?
Yeah, because if it was like Byakuya,
like,
who's the only other person I could see really... I'm trying to say his name right. I swear to God. But if he's the only other person I could see motivated to react that way if he knew about the secret room. But he would have killed us. He wouldn't have just knocked us out. He would have made sure to have killed us.
I don't think Byakuya would kill. He wouldn't kill someone like that. He would want to set up a murder where he wouldn't be caught.
That's true.
So he could graduate or whatever.
Yeah, it's not clever enough for him.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah, he wouldn't just, you know, hit someone over the head.
Which it could be a setup for
Interestingly,
murder.
like, that person, whoever they were, could have killed us, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's why I think it's really weird.
Yeah.
And obviously the mastermind doesn't mind killing because they killed Junko.
Mm-hmm.
But they did that in front of everyone,
Yeah.
not secretly.
Yeah.
So the only reason I could see them not killing us
Like,
is to
and
keep
that
the room
was-
secret.
And they killed Junko as, like, an example, like a head on a spike for everyone to be like, yeah, so if you violate the rules, this is what happens to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, they have no hesitation to kill for rule violations. But we're not really violating any rules by being in here.
Right.
So maybe that was the thought.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Okay, first I have to find a network cable. Where could it be?
Maybe it's on the stool.
According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me.
As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us, as friends.
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go?
Well, it went okay, but all the, documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko!
What?
Yes?
What?
What?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
Then what should we...
so...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why Alter Ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room.
Free time!
I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all...
He was poisoned! Ah!
No, I went to sleep. I completely dozed off. Hun?
Oh, someone's at the door.
The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Boo! I would not want to wake up here. Not again.
Makoto.
Get out of here.
Oh, get out here, right? That's what she said. Get out here. Okay.
At first, I thought she said, get out of here.
Yeah.
So I probably read it weird.
Kyoko, what's wrong?
Indeed.
Or what's going on?
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Okay, Hina, what do you want?
Makoto! Kyoko!
Hina, what's wrong?
Something's not right. In the rec room.
What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did...
Uh-oh.
Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
No. What's going on? Did something happen to her? Huh? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking. I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond. So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Huh? Then why...
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here.
Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long.
That's Sakura. Go ahead.
Okay.
Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto? She never wants to do anything. Come on, please hurry.
Again. I mean, like, I don't remember anything, but she refuses to touch things.
Yeah,
Kyoko does.
yeah.
Okay, you two, stand back.
I think there's a reason to it, and not just like she doesn't want to or, you know, anything
Yeah.
like that. I think there's a real reason to it.
I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit.
Oh, I was hoping for like a picture of him like doing it.
Yeah, they don't do the pictures that much in this one. The window shattered to 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her...
No.
All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Danganronpa.
Huh? Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction?
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long...
I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes. Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her!
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it, I know it!
You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know that your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through our little fight. Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried.
Interesting.
I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe ya one.
What is this?
You owe them one?
Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
Oh, sorry.
What is this?
Apparently this is boring, Kim.
It's not! No, I just hit an air! Oh, what the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing!
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it.
Hina,
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
okay, then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Consider that an order? Gah.
It's the worst, right?
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is...
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hiro? Do you really object?
If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided. Sorry.
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her!
Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
He is
Listen.
the worst. That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it.
My throat just gargled.
You okay?
I think it was going from the different voices. I like trapped air in it and it was like,
TMI.
oh, I burped. It's better now.
I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else.
Good idea, Makoto.
The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey.
What? I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why's that?
So,
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
in other words,
This is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
It sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes.
when
So,
Oh, sorry.
So, when it comes to a locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
So, there's also 2 other options. One, hear me out. One, if it was a suicide, if she did this herself, then she is the murderer. And so she's still in the room, which would count as like the third type or whatever. But
Yeah, that would be
except-
under the third one.
Yeah, but it's like 3.5, you know? And the other one, oh, I had one, but I don't remember it. Yeah, bummer.
Interesting. So it seems like there were only 4 after all. Let's investigate. No, we have to finish the series.
I'm
We have to
leaving!
keep going.
Okay.
Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
Oh, the other type is if the killer runs out the door and then the victim locks the door after them, creating the locked room scenario. So the
So
killer
isn't-
has nothing to do with locking the room.
But doesn't that fit under the locked room is created after the murder? Or before?
Oh, like it's sealed after?
Yeah.
But if they weren't killed until after they themselves locked the door and then like died
No, but then
in
it
there.
would be before. That's what I mean.
Fine, I guess there are only 4 types of locked room murders.
You have a line to read.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can?
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
An important clue? I'm not sure I see how.
Because the glass should be on top of it, not underneath it, dumb. Because it messes with the timeline. Duh.
Okay.
Duh.
He'll get there.
Duh. I hope Hina did it.
I can't wait for us to play the second game and for you to be like, what happened? Because they don't do all this stupid bullshit in that one. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
It's because I got it. I already figured it all out. I'm brilliant.
All you said was that you figured out the drink. Sort of.
Sort of.
Who put the drink there, though? Why? When?
Hina.
Hina?
Sakura threw it at Hina when she realized that Hina had poisoned it with the poison.
Oh no, my thing went out.
Oh, he just got unplugged. That's what you get for being mean to me.
So wait, so you think Hina killed her?
I think it's a possibility. Are you
It
okay?
is. Yeah.
What's happening right now?
The cord got stuck underneath my rolling chair,
Oh.
and my headphone cord came out.
Well, why don't you
Is
plug
that
it back
okay
in?
with
No.
you? That's what I was getting up to do when I found out that the cord was underneath the rolling chair.
No, you're wrong.
I'm not Mr. Fantastic. I can't just stretch Armstrong over there and plug it in. You'll
We really do love each other, I promise.
Yeah, this is all just for show. Wow. Stop poking me. She's poking me, guys. There's an ant. I killed an ant.
Ew. We need to get ant traps in here.
Hang on. Make sure that never happens again. Any of you know what I'm talking about?
What?
Cords.
Yeah, I hate them.
was
I
gonna get
really
there.
do hate cords.
No, cords and rolling chairs.
Yeah,
Frustrating
they suck.
scenario. So that's what I was doing. Which happens, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used to the door.
Oh wait, is the
Yes. We just
yeah?
there. We just saved ourselves like 60 comments.
I noticed with my sharp eagle eye that there was a corner of the green screen showing.
In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Okay, well, cool. We didn't get any truth bullets from that, did we, Makoto? The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. I'm just gonna use my regular voice for Makoto.
Yeah,
This like half-ass voice isn't working.
that's what you were doing in the last video, so I,
I
think
know.
it's fine.
There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Okay.
Okay.
Noise.
Toy. Okay, what else do we have to look at? Okay, we can look at everybody. We can talk to
What?
everybody. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely.
Don't let him crush your soul completely.
Okay. Let's put the clock. It's around 1 o'clock right now.
Okay.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? That is interesting.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stopped her by forcing, then this never would have happened.
Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aui's account. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay, we'll get to that. What's this? This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh? Oh, that's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got really upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. That's weird.
So you gave that candy to Sakura.
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like him that much?
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. And now, they've lost all their flavor.
Hina.
Chill out, girl.
Polka dot candy wrapper. Add to the truth bullets. There's blood over there. Mm-hmm. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Okay. There's a bloodstain from the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Bottles are missing.
There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
Oh my god, that's what you're wondering right now?
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Not gonna talk about 2 of them are clearly missing, and there's glass on the floor. Maybe he'll do it here. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle.
But the Monokuma...
this, and then it was this, then... What? Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. Wonder where it came from. It's a Monokuma figure. So obviously they were all chess pieces, right, in the bottle. So that came from one of the bottles. It's the knight.
Yeah,
Which is missing.
right.
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little.
Good job, Makoto.
The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit on the head with a Monokuma bottle, right?
Good job, buddy. He's doing it, Johnny's really doing it. We're so proud of him.
The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. One of the things with this game, and they haven't really taken advantage of it yet, but a lot of times there will be planted evidence by the killer that like makes you think one thing. So like even though we're just like, it's obviously from the Monokuma bottle, Like,
Yeah.
it's not always the case, you know? Sometimes it's just made to look a certain way.
So if you go back, the locker.
It is, yeah. Huh? The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Any theories?
So either the killer hid in there until she came in and then popped out, and that's how they got her, because otherwise she would have destroyed whoever tried to attack her. Or, for whatever weird reason, she was in there. Which,
Do you think Sakura could fit in there?
no, in all honesty. But I'm just
So you think it was an
spouting out the
ambush
theories.
location?
Uh-huh. Because, I mean, how else would they have been able to...
You
At
know-
this angle, she could have fit in there, but she's also, like, a third of her size.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's more.
Yeah.
But you don't think there's a secret passage or anything?
I mean, there could be. In this
Press their
school, there's
hand
no
on the-
telling, but...
Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood,
I think she was poisoned.
and I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood?
Poison.
The Monokuma file specifically said she didn't suffer any injuries.
I mean, it could have been a concussion, but... Poison. Too much protein.
Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. I mean, if it was poisoned, what was poisoned? The protein shake? The candy? Or something else?
Dun, dun, dun.
The Monokuma bottle, maybe? Maybe the Monokuma bottle was broken. Well, no, but then it can be used as a container.
Maybe it was dipped in poison. And when it struck her, it got into her blood system. And then she projected vomit all
That's
the
a-
way to
that's
the
a-
magazine stand. No.
That's a stretch, I think.
Yeah, just a little
You would
bit.
think vomiting blood would indicate that she ingested poison.
Right. Because it's coming from her stomach,
Mhm.
not her head. Like, not to
Yeah.
be a dick about it, but...
Not a chance. To what? What was... Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start
Oh, yeah.
vomiting blood.
He's saying what we're just saying,
So
yeah.
he's saying that to you directly.
Yeah.
Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
Oh my god.
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
I think it weakened her, and that's when they were able to attack. So she vomited over there, sat down,
What?
and that's when she was hit on the head.
Yeah. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting.
God.
Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do as it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says you didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Oh my god.
Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account.
His account.
I like the accounts that they have. It's funny.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was a killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have need to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She's decided.
I know, right?
She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. She's right, I have to go talk to the others.
That's why she's pushy, because she knows she can control you.
Friggin' doormat, Makoto.
Okay.
Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
That's right.
Okay, so I think it's time to leave? Yeah. So we need to talk to Toko and Hiro.
Yeah.
Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Oh, thank God, it automatically took us there. Okay, we know where Toko is. She's... Oh no, that's Sayaka. Sorry. Toko's right here. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
Ugh.
Who's there?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
So you're back to normal.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just always forget his fucking voice. It's just so like,
I
ugh.
know.
So milk toast.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it?
I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account. I like the accounts. I think they're funny. I want to collect them all. Toko's account. Let's see.
Is it weird that I wish we could go into their rooms, like raid their rooms afterward?
Yeah. Sift through all their belongings.
Yeah.
I pressed the doorbell. Oh great, no, I'm dipping into Christian Slater now.
Oh yeah.
And after a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? React!
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, actually. I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Ooh, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you?
Yes. Why not?
But I'm not the one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually, the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. Don't look at me! I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on. Ah, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
Convenient.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash?
What? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it.
Interesting.
Interesting, but Hina said that she got Sakura a piece of candy with that wrapper.
And now Hiro has a piece of candy wrapper.
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next?
Let's go talk to Hina.
I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start?
Let's go to the chem lab.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're just yawning.
I just need more oxygen in my brain. Sorry that us old people can't just sit here all day like you youngsters.
I know I look young in this hat. But we're the same age. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too?
Yes.
No, I just came here for the fucking fun of it, Byakuya.
Yeah.
No, I just happened to wander in here.
I like to hang out in the chem lab on my off time.
Yeah, I love the chem lab. Never want to leave it.
Yeah.
It's a paradise for me.
Just gets high in here.
Yeah. What a fucking stupid question, Byakuya. You stupid fucking idiot, stupid fucking moron, piece of shit.
Feel better?
Yeah. Just make sure you don't get in my way.
Don't get in my way.
Yeah, don't get in our way, you stupid troglodyte. Idiot. Fucking moron.
Stupid butthole face.
Fucking Philistine. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand.
Or fuck off. God.
But look, we found stuff.
Great, I hate him.
I know.
Oh.
Maybe he'll have a character arc.
Huh?
Maybe he'll have a character arc of some kind.
I hope so.
Or maybe he was the killer and we'll never see him again.
Hopefully.
Or maybe he'll just stay the same.
I hope
the
we
rest
get
of the
to see
game.
him die. God, I hate him so much.
I can't say anything. This isn't my first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it.
Whoa, what?
It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Let's check it out. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting?
No.
I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Oh my god. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer.
Oh my god.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
Tell him to shove it.
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Sit and fucking
Okay.
spin.
So I got to work, and before long I drew up a sketch of the room. What a great sketch. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
Good job,
I
Byakuya.
see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
Check my shoes, bitch.
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. If it's smaller feet than Makoto.
Probably a girl. Unless Byakuya has really tiny feet.
He's
Or
really
Hiro.
self-conscious about his tiny feet.
But
Tiny
Hiro's
ass feet.
so tall, it'd be hard to believe that his feet would be...
Right. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room
okay over
probably
there?
came from this shelf. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A.
Except for...
Huh?
Okay, good.
But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. But put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction.
Reagents? Or reagents?
I thought it was reagents. I don't know.
I've actually never seen that word before. Ooh,
It's
sorry,
one
Mom.
of those words I see every now and then.
Yeah.
But no one ever fucking says it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sitting around the living room chatting up with friends and they're like, so I found this great reagent the other day.
It does seem like a word that I would ask my mom what it means, because
Yeah.
anytime I see anything scientific, I'm like, Mom, what is it? Because she was a science teacher, so.
Yeah. I mean, I know what they are, but like, I'm not gonna go on YouTube and be like, how to pronounce reagent.
I do that all
Because I'm
the
not
time.
a fucking nerd. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
It is.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
No.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well.
Why is he
Didn't
so
even say that.
aggressive?
Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, let's go. So what do you think so far?
I think someone poisoned the protein powder.
It's a reasonable track to be on, but who do you think did it? Because it, like, Hiro obviously sketchy with the wrapper, but it might just be a coincidence, and we're not.
That or he like
it has
stole
nothing
it
to do
from
with the protein
Hina,
shake.
and it's just being weird about it, you know?
Yeah. Well, he might have. You know, Hiro does have his moments of knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Awareness. So maybe he realized that it's the same wrapper that was at the scene of the crime, and that's why he hid it.
Why aren't you just using the map?
Because I want to talk.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I think that.
Wait, it's up.
I think that Sakura wanted to kill herself, and I think she poisoned her own protein powder. And I think Hina figured it out and came down and didn't want her to suffer, so she hit her over the head. So I think it's a mercy killing.
So
she'd die faster.
So you think Hina's actually the killer, but it wasn't a malicious killing.
Yeah. And that's why she's blaming the other three, because she just wants them to go down.
But would someone who mercy kills be willing to become blackened and deceive everyone else so that they all die?
I think she believes that those three drove Sakura to do this to herself.
Right.
And really it's the mastermind, but
then there's Kyoko and Makoto who are just collateral damage. So you think Hina's really evil?
I think she's
to
stricken
kill
with grief.
5 people.
I think
she's
she
the one
doesn't.
who
I think
did
she's
it,
gonna.
by your theory.
Right, but I think she's counting on dying.
So even though all 3, or
I mean,
2 out of
it's
3,
a terrible theory. Like,
2 out
I'll
of
go
3
ahead and admit that.
conceivably, like Toko and Hiro, we can assume went from our interactions with them. Even though they went at the time of death, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But why would Sakura poison herself at the time that she asked Hiro and Toko and Byakuya to meet with her? To like guilt them to discover her body, or?
Maybe she did that thinking that they would find her. Not that she would have. I think she thought that she would have already been dead and wanted them to find her and not the other 3. But Hina was onto her.
So you don't think it has anything to do with her saying, "I'm drawing a line in the sand," and storming off shortly before all this? Because that happened just this morning.
Oh, that's right. That was this
Genocide,
morning.
Jack, and Hina. I thought it was.
It was, because Hina was attacked this morning by Toko, or Genocide Jill.
Anyway, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Nope. It's a terrible theory. Like, I'll admit that. Oh, is it? Are you saying chop chop?
No, I'm saying this video's an hour 19.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. So, Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own.
Sakura's
body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. My right eye started twitching really big.
I'm sorry. So we gotta check what 3 ones?
Huh?
We gotta check what 3 clues?
Yes. These.
Which 3 clues are we checking?
We're checking the bottles, the magazine rack, and the, was it the locker?
Okay, because I asked
no,
and
her
you
body.
said yes.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you because all I heard was...
It's not that loud.
No. My hearing is already not amazing,
Mine
and these are
isn't
noise
either.
canceling.
Mine are too.
Noise canceling. I don't know if I said that right.
Something new, something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find
They're all
it.
chess pieces. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
so
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer.
I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree. Well, I mean, they're all chess pieces.
Right.
So we found one, but where's the other one?
Right,
'Cause
the other
there's
one's
two
gone.
missing bottles.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. So she's leaving.
Again, she's not gonna touch it.
Right, but she's on guard. And she's leaving.
Well, yeah, but I'm there now.
Is Hina still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up,
Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
so what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. She wants to see how much of it's missing,
listen.
right? First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles.
It's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
The chess piece, but whatever.
Now, here comes the important part.
I doubt a pawn weighs as much as a king piece.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try.
Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion.
So,
So, what do you think? It's all on you. I think the bottle was replaced with the poison bottle from the chem lab.
but, so it's painted red?
I think, so if you remember the poison bottles, those are red. I just said that to you like I was Kyoko. So if you remember, the poison bottles were also red. They're the same color as these.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that they were swapped. So she was actually hit with a poison bottle.
So we're back to she died from poison going in through her head wound
No, just
theory.
she probably saw, that's probably what the dust is on the locker. So someone like poisoned her protein shake and she figured it out and was vomiting. And then they got scared and hit her with the bottle and then tried to replace it, make it look like one of the chess pieces.
Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This, on one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
a dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? That says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right? See, I think
Well,
she's trying too hard.
It hasn't been confirmed yet.
It's settled. She's a killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious.
Can we check her body to see if her finger is bloodied, like Sayaka's?
Maybe. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. All right, Kyoko.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it.
unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal.
Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep?
Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Interesting.
So someone wrote Toko, and it
To
wasn't...
frame them.
It wasn't Sakura.
I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Finally. We did another long investigation video. I'm mad.
I'm sorry, it just takes...
No, it's not your fault.
Whoops,
It's all my
you
fault.
I
caught me
paced things
sleeping. Your
incorrectly.
investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen.
Oh yeah, get it, Makoto.
All right. So, what are your thoughts before entering the class trial, seeing all the evidence?
I think Toko has nothing to do with it. I think Hiro has more to do with it than we realize. I think Hina is behind the majority of it. And I think Sakura is also behind it, in the sense of like...
So who do you think the blackened is?
I think the blackened is either Hina or Sakura. That's my theory. It's one of those two.
So, Hiro and Toko...
I don't think they're the blackened. I think they're just weirdly involved.
Okay, but how could they be involved?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
Do you want me to have an answer for that? I can
No,
come
it's
up with
okay.
something.
That's okay. Don't look. I was just doing something. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out in the next episode, which will be the class trial.
Yeah!
So we'll see you guys then.
Think critically.